In the heart of the Caribbean, where the sun beats down with unrelenting ferocity, a dark chapter in human history unfolded. This is the story of the enslaved, the men, women and children who were torn from their homes, their families and their lives to toil in the fields of sugarcane. The journey across the Atlantic, known as the Middle Passage, was a harrowing ordeal. Enslaved Africans were crammed into these vessels, their bodies chained together, their spirits broken, disease ran rampant, and many perished before they ever reached their destination. Those who survived the treacherous voyage were forced into a life of servitude, their labor the engine that powered the colonial economy. The plantation was a world of its own, a microcosm of cruelty and oppression. Enslaved Africans were forced to work from dawn till dusk, their bodies barely able to withstand the relentless physical demands. The overseers, armed with whips and guns, ruled with an iron fist. Disobedience was met with brutal punishment, often in public, to serve as a deterrent to others. The sugarcane, once a symbol of sweetness and abundance, became a bitter reminder of their enslavement. It was their tormentor, their oppressor, their chains. To prevent the enslaved from stealing and eating the sugarcane, plantation owners devised cruel and ingenious methods. Some used iron shields strapped to the backs of slaves that prevented them from reaching behind them. Others employed vicious dogs to guard the fields. Despite the overwhelming odds, the enslaved did not submit passively to their fate. They found ways to resist, to sabotage, and to rebel. They formed secret societies, passed down stories and songs, and nurtured a spirit of defiance. The enslaved people's struggles were not in vain. Their resistance helped to sow the seeds of abolition, and eventually slavery was abolished throughout the Americas. The legacy of slavery continues to cast a long shadow over our world. It is a story of injustice, cruelty, and resilience. Let us remember the enslaved, their suffering, and their indomitable spirit. Note, this narrative is a fictional representation and does not claim to be a historical documentary.